Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kamal Asfar bin Kamal Iskandar. So today I would like to be presenting to you about economic elasticity. So before that, I would like to introduce my group members. So this is my group members. So let's move on to analyzing elasticity of demand. So this is a case of study of Emma's Boutiques. So we need to consider a scenario where a fashion retailer, Emma's Boutique, is analyzing the impact of price changes on the demand for their clothing items. Emma has noticed a decline in sales in recent months and wants to understand how sensitive her customers are to price in changes and changes in their income. Emma decides to survey her regular customers to collect data on the quantity of clothing items they purchase, the price of the items, and their monthly income. So let's move on to the first question. So the first question is, based on your calculation, determine whether the demand for this item is price elastic or inelastic. So from our calculation that we got, the formula that we use is price elasticity of demand equals to percentage change in quantity over percentage change in price. So Q1 minus Q0 over Q0 divide by P1 minus P0 over P0. So we convert it into the numbers. So 100 minus 150 over 150 divided by 60 minus 50 over 50. So the answer that we got, the answer from our calculation is negative 1.667. So the another one is 180 minus 100 over 100 divided by 40 minus 60 over 60. So the answer from our calculation is negative 2.4. So let's move on to the second question. The question is, explain the implication of the price elasticity value for Emma's Boutique in terms of pricing, strategy, and revenue generation. So the answer is by decreasing from the table, by decreasing the price, it leads to increasing in quantity demand. So she can attract more customers by give them some promotion or discounts and will gain higher profit. Other than that, if she wants to increase in price, she should provide a better quality design for the items to make the customer willing to pay for those items. However, for the revenue generation, she must be considered on the price elasticity of demand. If the demand is inelastic, she should focus on increasing revenue by increasing in price. After that, if the demand is elastic, she should focus on the quantity demand to gain the higher revenue. Balancing between price and quantity demand can be considered to gain the maximization of profit for Emma's Boutique.
Okay, let's move to question 2. Before we go through the question 2, I will introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Adi Nofal bin Bani Dayat. My note ID is BIM-I2307018. Now, you guys see that this table, there is an income elasticity analysis for Emma Boutique clothing item. Okay, there is an income level, price, quantity demand, and revenue. Okay, let's see one by one. There is incoming level. Incoming level has 4 categories. It's low, moderate, high, and very high. Okay, we go first to the low incoming level. Okay, incoming level has price $50 and quantity demand is 100 and revenue is 5,000. The second is moderate incoming level. The price is $50, the quantity demand is 150 and the revenue is 7,500. The third one is the high income level. The price is $50, the quantity demand is 180 and the revenue is $9,000. The last one is very high income level. The price is $50, the quantity demand is 200 items and the revenue is $10,000. Okay, let's move the first Roman. Okay, The first one, the question is calculate the income elasticity of demand for a magnetic closing item by comparing the quantity demand at the low incoming level with the moderate incoming level. Interpret whether the goods are normal or inferior based on the calculation income elasticity. Okay. Our group member discussed to use incoming elasticity of demand formula, which is a percentage change in quantity demand over percentage change in consumer income. And then we got the answer is 1%. That means it's a normal good due to the incoming level elasticity. Okay, let's move the Roman 2. I read the question first. Based on the income elasticity result, classify a magnetic closing item into the different type of goods: normal, inferior, luxury. Provide a reasoning for your classification, considering the relationship between change in income and the quantity demand. Okay, the answer also use the income elasticity of demand, which is percentage change in quantity demand over percentage change in consumer income. And then we also get 1%. Okay, based on the calculation, we can clarify that a magnetic item will be a normal goods because increase in income leads to the increase the quantity demand.
Okay, my name is Syabir Amwasan and my ID is BMI 2307032. Okay, I will now to move to my next question is question 3. There is the question is about the following table lists the cross price elastic of demand for the several good where the percent quantity changes is measured for the first good of the fair. Okay, now we can see from the table there is the cross elasticity of demand. There is the air conditioner unit and the kilowatt of the electricity. There is a negative 0.34. And then for the Coke and Pepsi, there is a 0.63. Other than that, the high fuel consuming sport utility vehicle, that is SUV, there is negative 0.28. And then the McDonald's and Burger King's burgers, we can see that is 0.82. And the last for the butter and margarine, there is a 1.54. Okay, now we will move to the first question. That is the explain the sign of each of the cross price elasticity. What does it imply about the relationship between two goods in the question? Okay, from now we can see there is for the first column there is air conditioning between air conditioning and the kilowatt electricity. We can see that result from the cost elasticity of demand is negative 0.34. We can see that it shows for a negative cost cross elasticity. So that means there is a complementary goods. So from the complementary goods, we can know that when the price of air conditioning increase and there is a decrease in demand of the kilowatt in electricity and vice versa. Now we will move to the Coke and Pepsi. We can see that result from the Coke and Pepsi is 0.63. That shows it a positive cross elasticity. So we can know from the positive cross elasticity, it is a substitute good. So that means when the price of Coke increase, the demand for Pepsi also increase and vice versa. Next, we move for the third column. There is a high fuel consuming sport utilities vehicles (SUV). So from the table, it shows that a negative result. There is a negative 0.28. So when there is a negative, we know that it is already a complementary goods. So when the price of gas increase, the demand for the SUV will be decreased and vice versa. Next, we move to McDonald's burgers and Burger King's burgers. We can see from the table that shows a positive result, that is 0.82. So when there is a positive cross elasticity, we know that is a substitute good. When a substitute is good, it shows that when the price of a McDonald's burger increase, the demand for the Burger King also increase, and vice versa. And then lastly, for a butter and margarine, it also shows the positive cross elasticity, that is 1.54. So that means we can see when a positive cross elasticity, it shows substitute is good. So when the price of butter increase, the demand for margarine also increase, and vice versa. Okay, we done from the question 1. Okay, we will move to the second question. The second question that says compare the absolute values of the cross price elasticity and explain their magnitude. Okay, for example, why is the cross price elasticity of McDonald's burgers and Burger King's burgers less than cross elasticity of butter and margarine? So from the result and from the table given, I see that the butter and margarine has a highest value in the table compared to the McDonald's burgers and Burger King burgers. So we can make a conclusion that means butter and margarine has a strong substitute good. That means when a price of butter increase, the demand for a margarine also increase, and vice versa. And other than that, we can see from the table that is a McDonald's burger and Burger King's burgers show a weak substitute goods. That means when the price of McDonald's burger increase, the demand of Burger King also increase, but but their value are not the higher as the butter and margarine. So that's all from the question 2.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Zaikal, and today I want to share you about question 4. Consider a scenario in the market for specific brands of laptops. The price of the laptops increased from $800 to $900, leading a manufacturer to increase its quantity supply from 1,500 units to 1,500 units. Let's move to the first question. For the first question is calculate the price elasticity of supply. Method that we are using to search the price of elasticity is percentage change in quantity supply divide percentage change in price. So for the new quantity supply is 1,800 units minus 1,500 units. For the original quantity supply divides original quantity supply is 1,500 units. Divide 2. The new price is $900 minus the original price is $800. Divide the original price, $800 equals to 1.6%. So for the second question is, in the context of the laptop market scenario, discuss how technological advancements contribute to the elasticity or inelasticity of supply in the electronics industry. Technological advancements can show in the elasticity or inelasticity of supply in the electronics industry. For example, to produce laptop, the technology to produce laptop are more cheaper and easier. The curve will shift to the right. So, the supply of laptop will be more elastic, but the technology to produce laptop are more expensive. That make the curve will shift to the left. Then make the
supply of laptop will be less elastic.